Some of us have known Lorna since the 70s and 80s and 90s at the Johnston Beach Club with all the Olympic volleyball players, or we know her from LA Country Club, or her 50th birthday party when the belly dancer had a real diamond in her belly button. She was always involved with the fun people from USC, whether it was the Linebachs, or the Maudlins, or the DeCastros, or the Dye brothers. You don't get the microphone yet. She's a dear, dear, lovely past president of ours, but a past president of so many other organizations, and you're going to hear about her from Mary Hall.
It's my honor to stand here next to a legend in our own time. A person that I met when I first became a member of Trojan Guild, and this is way back, well, it wasn't that long ago, was it? Anyway, that Lorna has done everything that anyone can do and more. I looked online last night and thought I would pull something that was written appropriately, and I'll add my 2 cents. And this is from Skull and Dagger, which is one of the honor societies, the honor society of USC. And this lady is all over it, beautiful photo. And so what I'd like to do is read what it says about her, so that you'll have an idea about how wonderful she is. Before I do that, I'd like to thank her for being my friend. Because years ago, when I was coming into the group, I only knew one other person, and her name was Reed also, but it was Nancy Reed. And I kept confusing the two. Nancy's gone now, unfortunately. And this lady decided I better get her straightened out. And so we became friendly. Lorna Reed graduated in 1958 from Rossier School of Education. And that means a lot to me, since that's my school, and it means that she was planning to be a teacher. And I believe Michelle in the back was planning to be a teacher as well, as also Danielle. So we have a lot of Rossier people here in the room. And she was a community volunteer, it says a community volunteer extraordinaire, and the 2019 recipient of Keeper of the Flame for Skull and Dagger. And it's only presented once in a while. It's not presented every single year. It's not a mandatory kind of presentation, but she received this. And in '82, I should put the years together, I suppose, but in 1982, she was selected as president of the USC Alumni Association. And so, we'll talk. And she's also board of trustees as well. And I believe that was 2007, 2008. She was board of trustees. She is USC Associates, or was president of USC Associates, the Alumni Coordinating Council, the ACC, Los Angeles chapters of Trojan League, Trojan Guild, Trojan everything. She's a member and a founding member of the Norris Hospital Auxiliary. The hospital's research unit is named the Lorna Reed Breast Cancer Research Unit. So that's quite an accomplishment. And as I mentioned before, she was elected to Skull and Dagger in 1985, and in the first class that included women. Before it was all male, so she's out there in the forefront. Recipient of the Society's Arnold Eddy Volunteer Service Award in 1993. And she and her husband, by the way, was Skull and Dagger as well, 2002. So a long list of relatives, husbands, and children, and grandchildren for this beautiful, accomplished woman that we have before us. And so I think all of us should applaud her and thank her for doing so much for Trojan Guild and for the university.
surprise, obviously. You know, it just makes me think back to when I first came to SC. I was born and raised in Utah, spent my whole life thinking I was going to go to the University of Utah, live at home, and just be a good girl living in Salt Lake City forever. And was offered a four-year scholarship to SC thanks to my counselors in my high school. I had no idea they had submitted my name. And so I thought, well, I'll try it for a year and then come back and graduate from my beloved University of Utah. And the rest is history. Just as we talk about time, Debbie, when I would go home for Easter break, I couldn't fly. No airplanes to get me home. So I would leave school and catch the 7 o'clock train, 7 o'clock at night train, sleep in sitting up here overnight, and the big shock when I went home at Easter, having left sunshiny, beautiful Los Angeles, was I pulled up that little window in the seating. You know, I went sitting up. I didn't get the beds and everything. And it was snowing. And I think that might have had something to do with me coming back to SC the second year. I just want to say it's been a real thrill and a joy. And obviously, like all of you, a major highlight of my life. My Stanford husband, who has his bachelor's and his master's degree, is probably as big a Trojan, as big as Ruther, as anybody in this room. And when we play Stanford football, he'll say, "Oh, I hope we beat them." And we is USC. So, all three of my daughters, all 8 of my grandchildren. So we've become a real Trojan family. And I even just look around this room at friends I would never have known. I walk on campus and I see all of these young people just starting out their lives at our wonderful university. And I just can't help but think how blessed, how truly blessed we all are to have had this opportunity, not only as students, but now today, to continue as we all do, to continue serving this university we love so much. And I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for being really a beautiful part of my SC life. Everything this university means to all of us is right here in this room. All doing our part to keep us strong, to maintain our wonderful friendships that we've made through the years. And those friendships are the gift, one of the major gifts that SC gives to us, and I thank you all for being my friend.